we made it back to Oregon. Today is our last day that we are on the road, which is a pretty nice thing. And we just came through we stayed out at Smith River the last couple of nights, and to get back over to I-5 we have to go through an area called the Narrows, which is in the Redwood Forest. Narrows can be pretty interesting because they don't recommend vehicles that have they don't recommend vehicles over 30 feet, and they have special restrictions for trucks and stuff like that going through there. It's pretty tight. There's a canyon on one side, cliff on the other, and makes for some pretty interesting driving. When we went through there, I actually drove a lot slower than the speed limit because we were crossing the yellow line quite often to make sure that the tail end cleared the barriers and stuff while we were making the corners. And then also on the really tight corners, you just got to make sure that there's no other large trucks coming, because if there are, it gets to be a really tight squeeze, and there was no way that I wanted to scratch up the paint on this car. So anyway, there's a lot of videos that we shot which we didn't post yet. We have some pretty good stuff about the taxi system in New York, in Manhattan specifically, and about how they drive like maniacs. They touch each other's bumpers every day, and do common stuff like making 20 lane changes within a mile so that they can, I don't know, get you to your destination 30 seconds faster, something like that, I don't know. And then we also have some other good stuff of being pulled over, checked out by the cops, and just some other general little things. We'll get some videos up about the camera system, showing you what what it's good for, which it's really good for documenting where you've been and everything. And some of the stuff that we've caught on camera, and like wildlife crossing the road. We ran into some deer the other day. Actually, when I say ran into them, we didn't hit them, we just saw them in front of us. So anyway, today concludes the journey. 29 days out on the road, and let's see how many miles. Well, the odometer is sitting at 6,000 miles right now. We got about 300 miles to go to get back to Portland, and so that puts us at 6,250 miles or so, and a lot more miles than were necessary to make this trip, but stopping every place and going out and seeing the sights, and both vacationing while transporting the vehicle back, we ended up with a lot more miles. So, more videos in a few days.